when I play drums, I'm a very sensitive drummer. So when I play, I feel I kind of want to say vibrations, but I don't want to be all like that. So my upbringing, you can kind of say it was like while we was like going to shelter, because playing drums is like the hardest instrument you can like practice with being in a place. There was like a lot of times where it was just like I couldn't play drums. It just was like against the rules of the place and everything. That's been like that my whole entire life. So it's always trying to like find a way to like do what I need to do, because I knew what I wanted to do at a young age. I started playing at like 2 years old, and I knew I wanted to do that professionally. So it's just like I always found a way to make that happen, I guess.
Yeah, the real tiny room was actually a very tiny room. It was like, I don't know, 10 feet by 10 feet.
Still at the grand piano, and that was about 75% of the room.
I know.
We started these jams 1 year ago today.
If I were to call Tiny Room one thing, I would say it's a creative mecca. It's this creative space where you can go, and everything that you need to bring a vision from your mind into real life is here. We have different rooms for different purposes and a main stage that has all the lighting, sound, video equipment, everything that you would need to take what's inside of you, this art, and bring it to life. So the community is on the foundation of all this technical infrastructure that we have, where every Monday we welcome the community in, and it's actually turned into a members club with 250 members who live in Inglewood, all artists. But it's turned into this incredible community of people who are all not only brilliant musicians themselves, but community oriented and wanting to lift each other up.
It's been such an incredible thing, not only to see the feature performances, see the jam sessions here, but to actually have a real, genuine sense of community here.
Inglewood is a city that is, it's its own city in the county of Los Angeles. It's actually, it has its own culture, its own creative fabric, and there's so many amazing artists here. It's still a financially suppressed community, but so many of the people who have grown up here are just beginning to get chances to actually take their creativity and their talent and their brilliance and bring it out to the world, to this commercial landscape that we have, especially in Los Angeles.
Other spaces like this, they'll charge thousands of dollars per day just to gatekeep their resources and keep it for elite musicians who are at the top of their game. But the people who actually need these resources and need to be able to create content are the artists that are trying to come up, and those artists don't have access. So to have those resources be accessible, and not just accessible, but accessible in the neighborhood of so many talented musicians who have never had access to resources like this, it's a really special thing, and the community has rallied behind us, and we're really grateful for that.
Julian called me and was like, hey, we're gonna start one of these like a jam session. We want you to host them. In my mind, I'm thinking like, look, I don't know about all that. I'm just like, shoot. About last year, around this time, I was actually living in my car. I had nothing, like literally nothing. It's like, it was just character building. I had to survive. I had to survive. That was it. I just had to survive. But yeah, like these jams, everybody I was trying to get in contact with, everybody I was trying to like, you know, let them see that I could play, those guys all came to me basically, and it was just like it's a whole it all just comes full circle. And for today to be the 1 year anniversary of starting these jams and seeing how much has grown, like yeah, I'm sorry I'm talking too much, but that's unexplainable, because that's just think of it this way: if you were homeless and you didn't have a car, didn't have anything, didn't have absolutely nothing, no money, to having your, not my own place, but like to having a place, having your own car, and having your jam become one of the most popular jams in LA, along with like Gold Digger, Sofitil, all I think, like it's to have your jam talked about on a Monday night along with that list, like that's something that like you would just have to experience that yourself. For me, I will burst out in tears. I can't do that. Whew, that's too much, but it feels good. I'm very grateful for that.